Here to talk about milestones for a moment, cockpit chat. We have just passed 300 miles since we left Armadillo Lighthouse, so that's good. We've done 300 miles now, actually 48 hours of sailing to get to this point, so it's good stuff. Average of 150 a day, I'm very happy with that. And we have got 599 to go, so we've just passed the 600 mile mark until we get to Coffs Harbour. Utter magic, champagne sailing. Take those flags now. I think I've talked a little bit about this before, but New Caledonia, we had really no idea what to expect, and originally our plan to stop there was just as to break the passage to Australia and for a day or two, and because of the political unrest that had been in the news and so forth, you're sort of unsure what's going to happen. We'd met a few cruisers that said it's fine, it's okay, just stay around the main area, and they advised that you don't go to the outer islands still at the moment, to all of them. But talking to locals and talking to even some of the indigenous locals, they're like, actually this island's fine, that island's fine, it's just that one that's a problem, and so on. So they had a bit more intel. But the joy of that place for us, it was such a beautiful spot to visit. The islands, the sailing was fantastic, and the people throughout Noumea were just wonderful. All the people we dealt with were great. Experiences at the market and with the marina staff, they were fantastic. Shout out to Port Mazel Marina. Anytime we needed help or directions, people were really quick to give us some assistance and offer up help. So yeah, we really enjoyed the place. So thank you once again, Noumea. You turned it on, and it was a surprise because we didn't have much forethought about what it should be like.
Sam's in the kitchen.
Look out!
What are you cooking up?
I'm doing an omelette. I've got bits of fresh veg, some onion, red onion, mushrooms and capsicum, and we've got a few eggs left, so I'm just going to use all them up because we've got to use them all up anyway before we get towards. One tasty tomato.
It's nice to see you in the galley.
Is it?
Yeah.
Saves you being in there. We made a lot of veg to go in this little omelette.
Yum.
Need a bigger pan.
That'll keep Australian biosecurity happy, using all our veg. And the fact it's actually flat enough on a passage to cook up something like that's a huge bonus.
It's the perfect cooking day.
Here we go.
The hard part getting out of the pan in one piece, but there you go.
Oh, yum.
One omelette.
A delicious omelette.
Maybe, it might not be delicious.
Good
It
job,
is an
Sam.
omelette. Might be better called a scramble.
No, this looks yummy. Yum. Thank you. Awesome.
Welcome. Better taste it. Late lunch, isn't it? This really is ideal passage making conditions. We've got beautiful breeze, we're making great time, the boat motion is comfortable, there's not too much seaway, and we're getting good sleep with our watch system now, where we're just allowing each other to sleep as long as we can stay awake, and we feel comfortable with that. We've got alarms on things. This is something that we got put onto by a really lovely older couple that we'd met who'd been cruising for years. They were in their 70s and they did exactly this, and I thought, wow, that's cool, and I thought I'll try that one time. We're trying it out and we're finding it the best way we've done a crossing yet, so it really is working for us. Isn't that just beautiful? Yes, you. I was talking about you.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the sunset. That's nice too.
Well, hopefully you're not my sunset, you're my sunrise. I think it'll be a red sky tonight, Emma.
Oh, exactly, red sky at night.
Sailor's delight.
Oh, that's good. You don't want the red morning. That's the morning.
How magic is this sailing? Look at the scenery, those clouds, the sunset. Boat's just cruising along beautifully through it. It's a very comfortable motion. It's absolute magic out here.
Oh, good evening. Mother Nature's putting on an absolutely spectacular light show tonight. I've got phosphorescence, I've got lightning far enough away to enjoy it. Down there in the south as the front comes through, but it's moving off to the east. And I've got the most amazing stars. So I'm really enjoying my watch tonight. We're making good speed. We're flying along between sort of 7 and 8 knots in about 17 to 18 knots of breeze. The sea state's quite comfortable. It's a bit rolly. We're on a starboard tack, so we're sort of heeling over quite a bit, but it's not too bad. Sam's about to come up and relieve me shortly. I'm not too tired, but on the whole I've really enjoyed being out here tonight, so let's hope this passage continues to be a good one.
I just came on watch about half an hour ago and squall was coming up on the front, so double reef to main while Emma's still up and she's gone down, and now we've just come trying to find a gap through the squally bits. So managing to do that with the assistance of the radar, cruising through at the moment. Mostly wet, getting a lot of water down, but the wind actually reduced for the first part and picking back up a little bit. We're kind of hopefully going to creep past the rest of it. But might catch us too. So you can hear the rain, obviously. I'm hoping to get clear of that, and then I'll probably have to tap because this is the new front coming through. We're now heading almost due south, I think, not quite, due south-west. So hungry for dinner, but that'll have to wait. Well, hello folks. It's 3 in the morning. I think it's still day 3, I suppose. No, it must be day 4 in that case, because it's after midnight. Day 4, call it. Crazy. My watch started about midnight, and it's just been. Had to reef the main, double reef the main before Emma went down for the rest, and then got through a squall, tracked my way through that. And then the wind came in super hard. The squall actually turned out not to be just a rain squall. Not much wind, but it was on the edge of the front. When the front came through, had to basically change direction, creep up and beat for a while. We're sort of beating. We're doing kind of 80 degrees, I suppose, not really beating, but we're kind of as high as I can go. The seas now are pretty confused because we had that northerly stream for a while. That created a little bit of chop, a little bit of slop. We've got the easterly groundswell, and then now we've got this chop coming in from the south, where the wind's coming from. So it's not what you'd call a comfortable sea state.
Let's hope this passage continues to be a good one.
And then this thing broke. It didn't break. The clip. This is the clip that holds our running backstay forward, which don't really need it on because we're not running, but I've put it on because it was flopping around because this had come off its tie. The wind is supposed to veer, so at the moment we're heading more north, heading more toward Bundaberg actually, almost on a beeline for Muggerberg, which I suppose is still an option. But the wind is supposed to veer. It's a high, so the southern hemisphere, that means it rotates in a anti-clockwise motion, and so slowly we'll get to veer around. Hopefully in another few hours we'll be heading back south toward Coffs Harbour without having to change tack or anything. So yesterday we had such a beautiful sea state. Now look at this. Beautiful sunrise nonetheless. It's come round fully on the nose at the moment, and we now have one extra set of lumps bashing into.
Good morning. Oh, the reality of sailing is it's not always glamorous. It can be, but passages can be hard work. After our beautiful, calm evening last night at about midnight, just as Sam and I were swapping over, the southerly that I thought was sort of nicely in the distance, the lightning was sort of to our port side, quite a few miles away, suddenly swung round and we got caught up in a couple of pretty nasty squalls, and the wind changed quite a bit. Sam had a lot more to deal with than certainly I did on my watch. But we got through it. I didn't get much sleep, woke up pretty grumpy because we were literally being thrown around the boat. It was pretty violent last night, just at that sort of that angle. Norla doesn't do particularly well beating into that short chop, and there were very confused seas. So in order to ensure a more comfortable passage, we have made the decision now to go to Bundy rather than Coffs. It just seems like overall it will be a more pleasant journey, and even though that means making up the miles at the end. It's a lot further from Bundy to get back home to Tassie. I think it's the right decision. Plus we get to see a bit of Fraser Island and parts of Australia I've not really explored before. So with that in mind, I'm now looking forward to the next 3 or 4 days of smoother sailing than sort of beating into the unknown towards Cough and worrying whether that southerly was still going to come up stronger than predicted. So here's to smooth sailing and a beautiful morning.
Good morning or afternoon. It's 13:51. I don't know what day it is yesterday. It's Saturday, maybe. yeah, it's Saturday. Day 4, I guess. We are now 423 miles from Bundaberg. Look at that. Beautiful breeze, right? But totally in the wrong direction to get us on trajectory to Coughs without beating into it. And quite a reasonable size swell and a bit of chop, and it was super uncomfortable this morning. We just went, you know what? Let's do a route for Bundy, and we had a look at that and it looks much more comfortable. And we'd planned to go there before we left. We just adjusted as we went, and now we've readjusted. Anyway, I didn't have that much sleep last night. I did a watch from about 12, I think, when we reefed the main down until 8 this morning before I went to bed, and then I had about 3 hours sleep, and then got back up. It was pretty bumpy. Tried again for a bit more sleep, but didn't really get much more after that, so haven't had a great deal this time around, which is that point in the crossing where you go, uh-oh, exhaustion will creep in. I know it, but I'm hoping that I can get a bit more sleep on the next off watch and catch up. Hopefully the sea state will calm a bit. It's pretty tricky where the sea state's really bumpy because everything's just bouncing and the noise, and it's just really hard to get a good shut eye unless you're totally exhausted, which of course means you've already hit that point of no return, which I think is not where you really want to be when you're doing crossings, but it does happen. So hats off to all the solo sailors out there who managed to do it somehow, because I am flabbergasted as to how you cope. I don't think I'd last very long at that one, unless it was a very short passage. Anyway, I'd get lonely. It's lonely enough with 2 of us because we barely see each other. I'm off watch, she's on watch, she's off watch, I'm on watch, and we don't really have a lot of time to hang out. We did a bit yesterday, which was lovely. Anyway, that's it for now. It looks like we're going to have a bit of motoring on this one, but not too much, not as much as it originally looked like. We've managed to circumvent that by going the long way around, but we have probably added quite a few miles to the overall trip, but not too many. I don't think it's insane. And we've been sailing most of the way here. We've had probably half a day of motoring so far, so that's pretty good. I forgot to say I just shook a reef out of the main to try and give us a bit more boat speed. We've got about 13 knots and a breeze, and we're running about 7 to 8 knots. Ticking along nicely, hey? Just shaking the second reef out of the sail, so we've got the full main up now. Trying to keep our speed up. The wind slowly dropped a bit. It's a nice breeze, but we need full power to keep moving.
Although on camera it never looks quite as rough as how it feels, you can see in this shot just how much water is being pulled up onto the decks as the boat lurches up and over waves and crashes back down. That tells the story. However, as challenging as it may be sometimes at sea, I will never get tired of seeing things like this. Beautiful sunset, cruising towards our destination. There we are, sailing off into the sunset. Moments like this, I feel totally blessed. And you can't help but wonder at the beauty of the nature surrounding us. What an incredible world we live in.